Hello my friends, you're welcome back. In today's video I'll be making this yummy recipe. It's Gizido. You make it with gizzard and unripe plantain or ripe plantain or semi-ripe plantain. But for this recipe I'm going to be using almost ripe plantain. So look at how it looks. It looks so yummy and inviting. Let's go to prepare it. I'll be using a ripe plantain. I've already peeled it, semi-ripe plantain. I'll be using some gizzard washed, yellow bell pepper, red bell pepper, and green bell pepper. This is how my plantain looks. I'll be using some tomato, vegetable oil, red paprika, carrots, onion, and habanero pepper. Guys, these ingredients, just exactly like this, gave me everything and it was so yummy. I added the carrot for the crunch that it gives. It's completely optional. I have a heated pot on fire. I'm going to transfer the washed gizzard into it. For this gizzard, I've shown in a different video before where I fried gizzard how I washed it. I always wash with vinegar to take out any bad odor that I don't like and give it a proper wash. So right now I'm proceeding to seasoning it. After adding all the ingredients, I'm going to go ahead and mix it to combine, and then I'll cover it and allow it to cook. For this gizzard, I didn't add any water at all, but the water you see, I will also allow the gizzard to take in. After cooking, I'll give it time to dry back in. So while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and fry the plantain. I've already diced the plantain off camera. Here's the gizzard cooking. I want the water to go back in, so I'll allow it to continue to cook on low to medium heat so that it doesn't get burnt. So right now I will fry the plantain. Guys, this oil is very hot, so like this, at this point I have reduced my heat to medium so that it doesn't get burnt, because the oil is already very hot. So you want to reduce your heat just to medium to allow it to cook gradually. So here is the gizzard. It's taking back in the water. So I'll just leave this little for adding to the gizzard sauce later. So right now I'll turn off the heat and bring it down. Here's my plantain frying gradually on medium heat. I'm just going ahead to separate any lumps, like break them apart, turn it and allow it to continue to fry just to crispy brown. Then I will take it out. Frying the next batch of plantain. It's the other one fried on medium heat, but right now I need the oil to be hot again so that the plantain doesn't soak in oil or become soggy. So I'm going to increase the heat for a bit just to get it to become as hot as I want before I go ahead and regulate it again. This way your plantain doesn't take in too much oil or become soggy. It will just fry as it ought to. So when you see that the oil is so hot again, you go ahead and regulate the heat. Right now the frying is done for the plantain. It looks so brown and crispy. Everything fried so well, did not burn at all. I'm taking it off the heat and I will go ahead and fry the gizzard. For the gizzard, guys, you may want to cut yours into tiny bits, but for me, I liked it just the way it is, so I went ahead and fried it just like that. Here's the plantain looking so nice. I'm allowing it on a bowl to drain off. So I'm going ahead and frying the gizzard. I didn't cut mine. You can dice yours into tiny bits if you prefer. Okay, so I will fry this starting from high heat and then I'll go on to medium heat because I don't want it to get burnt and I want this to fry very well, like dried crispy. This way, when it gets into the sauce, it will have time to cook and take in everything, and when it's done, it's crispy and yummy. Guys, these recipes are fail proof. The gizzard has been frying and it's just like I wanted. So right now I'm proceeding to take it off the frying oil. I will be using this oil to fry the sauce. So for these crumbs or particles in it, what I will do is to sieve the oil in a coffee sieve just to get neater and clean vegetable frying oil. I'm using this oil because it has a lot of flavor built already. The gizzard built flavor in it, the plantain, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and use this oil, because this way it's elevating my sauce taste to 100. So what I'll do now is just to take out the excess, the crumbs in it, and I will go ahead and use a coffee sieve to sieve it just to have clean oil. So this is what I have, but guys, note I didn't use all the oil. Okay, I just took a little of it because what we're doing is basically almost stir frying. So I'm right now transferred the onion into the oil and I'll give it time to fry. I will season it with some garlic powder, stir to combine and give it some time to build up flavor. Then I will go ahead and transfer the blended paprika and habanero pepper. The habanero pepper I used was very hot, guys. So you want hot pepper. If not, if it's not so hot, you can use more than 3. So I stir it. I'll go ahead right now and season it with some more onion powder because you want this food to be flavorful. Guys, it's worthy to note that at this point I haven't added any salt at all. That's because I will be using some of the broth released from the gizzard cooked earlier, and I had also seasoned the gizzard with some salt. I didn't add any salt to the plantain. You want to be light on that. Don't forget, a lot of seasonings that we use contain sodium. So when you're making these recipes, you want to be careful so that when you're done, the food is not salty. So I'm just added the tomato. I'll allow it to cook. Then I'll season it with one more stock cube. So in total I used like 3 stock cube. Yes, I'm not so high on using too much stock cube for mayonnaise. So after giving this sauce some time to cook, I will go ahead and transfer the fried gizzard. Immediately also, I will bring in the fried plantain. This way, the gizzard and the plantain will have time to cook gradually in the sauce so that it will take in all the juice, it will marinate in the juice, and everything will be so yummy. And I'm adding the plantain at almost the same time I added the gizzard because I want both gizzard and plantain to retain its crunch. I don't want it to be soggy. So guys, that's a tip for this recipe. Up till now, you can notice I haven't added any salt at all. So at this point, you will taste and then adjust the seasoning if necessary, but that's after you have added the meat stock from the gizzard recipe, from the gizzard that you have cooked earlier. So taste it, adjust for whatever seasoning, and finally I will be adding the bell pepper, the red bell pepper, the yellow bell pepper, the green bell pepper, and also the carrot. And then I'll allow it to cook, simmer up. By now my kitchen was scenting so flavorful, and this recipe was so yummy, guys. All the recipes I bring here are fail-proof, and I do well to carry you through the process without jumping any process. So watch till the end when you watch. If you've watched until now, thank you so much. If you have just clicked on this channel and you're watching this recipe, you are the real MVP. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for always watching the videos. Thank you so much. Guys, so moist. That's how you want it. You want it to be moist. So I've added the meat stock. Finally, I will be adding the remaining, and then I'll add the diced peppers and the carrots for crunch. I will not allow this to cook for a very long time because I want everything to retain its crunch, and then I will take it off the heat. Thanks for watching this video. Until the next video, bye for now.